अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद् भगवत शरणानंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदि गौर भक्त वृंद की Grantara Shrimadbhagavatam ki Jai. Most auspicious Varotini Ekadashi ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna, welcome to ISKCON Detroit Dev Sadan Mandir. Today, we're gonna read from Shrimadbhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 13, entitled Dhritarashtra Quits Home, Text 45. Let us start with invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. So, welcome to ISKCON Detroit Dev Sadan Mandir Shrimadbhagavatam morning class. So, today we are reading from Shrimadbhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 13, entitled Dhritarashtra Quits Home, Text 45. Tasmat Jahi Anga Vaiklavyam Tasmat Jahi Anga Vaiklavyam Ajnana Kritam Atmana Ajnana Kritam Atmanaha Katam Tva Anathaha Kripana Katam Tva Anatha Kripana Katam Tva Anatha Kripana Varterams Techa Mamvina Varterams Techa Mamvina Anyone would like to repeat? Tasmat Jahyanga Vaiklavyam Ajnanam Kritamatmanaha Katam Tvanatha Kripana Varteramste Chamambina. Let us go word by word. Tasmat therefore Jahi give up Anga O king Vaiklavyam mental disparity Ajnana ignorance Kritam due to Atmana of yourself Katam how to but Anatha helpless Kripana poor creatures Varteran be able to survive Te they cha also mam me Veena without Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Therefore, give up your anxiety due to ignorance of the self. You are now thinking of how they, who are helpless, poor creatures, will exist without you. Please repeat. Therefore, give up your anxiety. Due to ignorance. Of the self. You are now thinking. Of how they. Who are helpless. Poor creatures. Will exist. Without you. Purport. When we think of our kith and kin as being helpless and dependent on us, it is all due to ignorance. Every living creature is allowed all protection by the order of Supreme Lord in terms of each one's acquired position in the world. The Lord is known as Bhutabhrit, one who gives protection to all living beings. One should discharge his duties only, for no one but the Supreme Lord can give protection to anyone else. This is explained more clearly in the following verse. So, here, yesterday we have seen how Narad Muni says to Yudhishthira Maharaj, like, O king, in all circumstances, whether you consider the soul to be an eternal principle, or the material body to be perishable, or everything to exist in the impersonal absolute truth, or everything to be an inexplicable combination of matter and spirit, feelings of separation are due only to illusory affection and nothing more. So, in this chapter, we are seeing like how first Vidura instructed Dhritarashtra, and Dhritarashtra got enlightened by Vidura's words, and he took the path of going out of palace and practicing bhakti. And now Yudhishthira Maharaj, who was unable to find Dhritarashtra and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari and Vidura. He was lamenting and he was asking everyone like, where did my uncles go? And then Narad Muni has arrived there, and the inquiry goes on. So here Dhritarashtra has lost everything, his sons, his kingdom, his prestige and everything. Now his mind is disturbed with one major thought. Oh, like, what will be happening to my dependents? I mean, Yudhishthira Maharaj is very concerned about Dhritarashtra and his uncle Gandhari and his uncle Vidura, because they were very old and they were under his protection. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is very concerning about them, and where did they leave all of a sudden without any information to any of us. So he was very concerned with that, and even Narad Muni came there and he tried to explicably say him like, need not worry, you are not the supreme controller and you cannot be all the time to protect them and everything. So he was just instructing and consoling Yudhishthira Maharaj. And when we see this is not only Yudhishthira Maharaj's problem, but even in everyday day-to-day life, many people like we, in our day-to-day life also, we take care of our family members and a lot, and eventually, like at their old age, like we show more and more concern towards them. So many people will think like, oh, I'm doing job right now and I'm trying to accumulate some wealth to protect my family members and also to give some safe environment to them. But what happens if I don't take care of them, and will everything will be collapsed, or what happens? Like there will be a constant anxiety and stress, and because our family members depends on us, like who is working professionals or who is running business and all. So here in the verse we have seen Jahi Vaiklavyam, so giving up this weakness, and Ajnana Kritam, which is caused by ignorance, and Mam Vina, without me. So here Narad Muni is saying like, your anxiety is not reality, it is ignorance, just ignorance. You are thinking that you are the maintainer and you are the protector, but you are not the ultimate protector, but Supreme Lord Sri Krishna is the ultimate protector. And you are not the maintainer of everyone. So you need not lament, there is no need to lament. And today we're gonna see how Krishna is actually maintaining everyone and how to live practically, doing duty without anxiety. So, Krishna, starting with Krishna as the maintainer, as we heard in this verse as Bhutabhrit. So, this purport today clearly mentions that only the Supreme Lord can protect and maintain everyone in this material world, because He is the Supreme Controller and He is the proprietor of everything, and everything rests upon Him, and He is the source of all sources and He is the cause of all causes. So here, on my question like, why is Krishna called Bhutabhrit and what is this Bhutabhrit? Bhutabhrit means, right, He is the maintainer of all living beings. Living beings, which includes like humans, animals, birds, reptiles, insects, plants, everything comes under living beings. And when we see a very common example in our day-to-day life, like birds and pets like some animals, they do not have any jobs and they do not have any bank account or they do not have any health insurances and all, but still they are getting enough food, they are getting nice shelter under trees, and they are able to make their own nests and everything. They are surviving. So we may get question like, oh, who is maintaining all of this? They are not earning by themselves. Jai Shri Radha Kunj Bihari, Jai Jagannath, Jai Baldev, Jai Subhadra, Jai Shri Shri Gaunitai. So who is maintaining them all? So answer is Krishna, Supreme Lord Sri Sri Radha Kunj Bihari. He maintains everyone, not only humans but also every living creature. And He is the ultimate protection giver. Because even in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 22, Krishna says like, I personally look after my devotees and I personally give them what they lack. And I am the proprietor and also I am the protector of everyone, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. And when we see this quite a well-known example, like the example of state or government, we may think like we are managing everything, but still our roads, our sanity, our electricity, our systems, everything is provided by government. Similarly, this entire universe or material world is functioning under the divine management of Supreme Lord Sri Sri Radha Kunj Bihari, Sri Krishna. So, He appoints His agents or His devotees in various places to accompany the operations of material world and also to restore peace and harmony across the globe, so that people will be having a good environment to stay in. So, Krishna, even if we see in the life, in the pastimes of Krishna, in the transcendental pastimes of Krishna, his friend Sudama Brahmana, when he comes to his palace in Dwarka, Sudama, as we all know, he is a very poor Brahmana. He wanted to meet his friend, and by the force of his wife, he started to Dwarka carrying some puffed rice. Then he wanted to see, and he saw, and he presented whatever he has bought for Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Then he thought of asking about some wealth, but he did not even ask Krishna for help. But still, as we all know, at the end of the story, how Sudama Brahmana got many benedictions, many a big palace, wide range of servants and everything he got, because Krishna takes care of his devotees personally. And Sudama Brahmana's whole life was taken control by the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So the main lesson to take or note from this pastime is, when we depend on Krishna, he arranges everything, even without asking sometimes. So even just you desire inside, you need not ask to Krishna, oh Krishna, please give me this, give me that. You just, if you desire from inside, if your desire is sincere and you don't have any ulterior motives out of it, then Krishna makes it possible by hearing from within as Paramatma. So here we may also consider several examples like, maintenance is not our burden and it is Krishna's responsibility, because he is the ultimate controller of this material world, and from him comes this material world and all the creation universes. So when we accept this supreme truth, that supreme controller is Krishna and he controls everything, and he takes care of his of his devotees personally, then there will be no anxiety, there will be no stress, there will be also possibility of increase in the faith on Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Then next comes is like duty versus attachment. So one may ask like, so if Krishna maintains, should I stop working? Should I be idle, doing nothing? No, that is not the philosophy, or that is not the teaching that was given by Krishna. So we can understand this in a different way, as there are two kinds of mistakes. One is neglecting duty, which is irresponsible, and next one is over attaching. It's like acquiring too much stress upon you, and it is too stressful to handle. And so in order us to reduce these problems, we have to perform our duties so sincerely, and whatever results that you acquire, like either good or bad or anything, we have to just surrender to Krishna. Oh Krishna, I have done my best of my abilities, I have got this result, it's upon you. Please take care of the results, and so that you won't be attached with the results that you have been acquiring. Because when bad results comes, everyone turns out to God like, oh God, why did you do this to me? What happened? What is my karma? And everything. But when something good happens or success comes, everything be like, yeah, I only did that, I only did this because of my act of this, I got this because of my dad, I got this. So it's actually the mercy of Krishna that we are able to do that task in right time and in right action, even though we have the free will and minute independence. But still, until and unless Krishna has showered upon us mercy, we cannot perform that activity to our 100%. Because we know in this material world, in everything in the universe, not even a blade of grass moves without the permission of Krishna. So what to speak of our actions, which are not more than the blade of grass. So here, if we take a day-to-day example, like common example, like a caretaker example. A caretaker or a babysitter sometimes, like if a caretaker comes to our home and he or she works in the house, he cleans, he maintains and protects the house for some duration of time, but still that person knows like, oh, this is not my house, I'm just working here, I'm just coming here for some short time, I'm doing whatever the task is assigned for me. I'm just doing that with my sincere efforts, and then I'm gonna leave one day. So similarly, family is given to us for service, but not for ownership. Oh, I own them, I own this person, I own that person. They have to listen to me, they have to do this for me, they have to do that for me. Like, if they don't do, I'll not talk to them, I'll not speak to them. That is not the true thing, because whatever Krishna has given to us in this lifetime, it's just how we acquire a loan from the bank. It's for a short period of time, and we eventually, whatever we have taken, we have to give back as we just repay the loan. So similarly, whatever the karma, you accumulate in this lifetime, we eventually have to give back or face the results of your action. So even in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 47, Krishna tries to reveal us to focus on duty but not on results. Because if we focus on results, we get attached to the duty. Oh, we may have some expectations. Oh, I'm doing this kind of thing and I want to get this type of result. And if we get, like, you will be like more and more attached to it. Your expectation level will be increasing. Oh, I got this. Next time if I do more, I will get this much. And suppose if we did not get the desired result, then frustration starts, stress, anxiety, and everything eventually follows upon. So we try to, even in my case also, I have to try to focus on performing efforts, like putting 100% of efforts and leaving the results upon to Krishna. So the practical steps that are being taken or that have to be taken care is like performing our responsibilities sincerely and honestly, and praying to Krishna for whatever actions that we perform, and it's whatever the good results or bad results, whatever Krishna feels to give, that we have to pray for them, and offering results to Krishna mentally at least, and reminding ourselves, like, every time, like, I'm not the controller of the action, I'm not the controller, I'm just performer of the action. I cannot have the control over the results of the action. Oh, I perform this action, I don't know what reaction I may get from people or what reaction I can get from that action. So I'm not the controller. Whatever Krishna assured me upon, I put my 100% efforts into it and leave rest upon Krishna. So some of the takeaways from today's class is like, we are not the protectors. Our control is very, 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 very limited. And Krishna is the ultimate maintainer and protector of everyone. He is the real caretaker of each and every one of us. And performing duty without attachment, we must serve sincerely and we must be surrendered internally. And by that, we do not get overly attached to the results of our duty and action. So we try to perform our duty sincerely, and we pray to Krishna. Oh Krishna, I have put my best of my abilities. Please give whatever good, whatever you think that is ideal for me out of it. So that is the good thing that we can meditate upon. And here, just last to conclude with the small analogy, like when we travel in a cab or taxi or some bus, driver and passenger both are there. Like, passenger becomes anxious, like, what if something happens, what if the bus hits the divider, or something happens, falling into a valley or a mountain, hits to a mountain or roof. But he cannot do anything because he's just moving in that vehicle, but he cannot control anything. It's out of his hands, like out of his control. He cannot do anything. But driver knows what the road is, how to drive it in a proper way, and what signal he has to properly follow, what rules he has to follow. So similarly, we are all the passengers and Krishna is the ultimate driver. And Krishna leads us and he's the ultimate controller. So this is the thing. And today is the most auspicious day of Varutini Ekadashi. So we'll be reading glories of Varutini Ekadashi. So, glories of Varutini Ekadashi. Sri Maharaj Yudhishthira said, O Vasudeva, I offer my most humble obeisances unto you. Please now describe to me the Ekadashi of the dark fortnight, Krishna Paksha of the month of Vaisakha, April-May, including its specific merits and influence. Lord Sri Krishna replied, O King, in this world and the next, the most auspicious and magnanimous Ekadashi is Varutini Ekadashi, which occurs during the dark fortnight of month of Vaisakha. Whosoever observes a complete fast on this sacred day has his sins completely removed, obtains continuous happiness and achieves all good fortune. Fasting on Varutini Ekadashi makes even an unfortunate woman fortunate. Upon anyone who observes it, this Ekadashi bestows material enjoyment in this life and liberation after the death of this present body. It destroys the sins of all and saves people from the miseries of repeated rebirth. By observing this Ekadashi properly, King Mandata was liberated. Many other kings also benefited from observing it. Kings such as Maharaja Dundumara in the Ikshvaku dynasty, who became free from leprosy resulting from the curse that Lord Shiva had imposed upon him as a punishment. Whatever merit one obtains by performing austerities and penances for 10,000 years is achieved by a person who observes Varutini Ekadashi. The merit one achieves by donating a great amount of gold during a solar eclipse at Kurukshetra is gained by one who observes this one Ekadashi with love and devotion, and certainly attains his goals in this life and the next. In short, this Ekadashi is pure and very enlivening, and the destroyer of all sins. Better than giving horses in charity is giving elephants, and better than giving elephants is giving land. But better than still giving land is the giving of sesame seeds, and better than is giving of gold. Still better than giving gold is giving food grains for all the forefathers, demigods, devas, and human beings become satisfied by eating grains. Thus, there is no better gift of charity than this in the past, present, or future. Yet, learned scholars have declared that giving away a young maiden in marriage to a worthy person is equal to giving away food grains in charity. Moreover, Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has said that giving cows in charity is equal to giving food grains. Still better than all these charities is teaching spiritual knowledge to the ignorant. Yet, all the merits one can attain by performing all these acts of charity are attained by one who fasts on Varutini Ekadashi. One who lives off the wealth of his daughter suffers a hellish condition until the inundation of the entire universe, O Bharata. Therefore, one should be especially careful not to use the wealth of his daughter. O best of kings, any householder who takes his daughter wealth out of greed, who tries to sell his daughter, or who takes money from the man to whom he has given his daughter in marriage, such a householder becomes a lowly cat in his next life. Therefore, it is said that whoever, as a sacred act of charity, gives away in marriage a maiden decorated with various ornaments, and who also gives a dowry with her, obtains merit that cannot be described even by Chitragupta, the chief secretary of Yamaraja in the heavenly planets. That very same merit, however, can be easily achieved by one who fasts on the Varutini Ekadashi. The following things should be given up on Dashmi, the 10th phase of the moon, the day before Ekadashi. Eating on bell metal plates, eating any kind of urad dal, eating red lentils, eating chickpeas, eating kondo, a grain that is primarily eaten by poor people and that resembles poppy seeds or agarpanthus seeds, eating spinach, eating honey, eating in another person's house or home, eating more than once, and participating in sex of any kind. On the Ekadashi itself, one should give up the following: gambling, sports, sleeping during the daytime, beat till nuts and its leaf, brushing one's teeth, spreading rumors, fault finding, talking to the spiritually fallen, anger and lying. On the Dwadashi, the day after Ekadashi, the 12th phase of the moon, one should give up the following: eating on bell metal plates, eating urad dal, red lentils or honey, lying, strenuous exercise or labor, eating more than once, any sexual activity, shaving the body, face or head, smearing oils on one's body and eating in another's home. Lord Sri Krishna continued, whoever observes the Varutini Ekadashi in this way becomes free from all sinful reactions and returns to the eternal spiritual abode. One who worships Lord Janardana, Krishna, on this Ekadashi by staying awake throughout the entire night also becomes free from all his previous sins and attains to the spiritual abode. Therefore, O king, he who is frightened of his accumulated sins and their attendant reactions, and thus of death itself, must observe Varutini Ekadashi by fasting very strictly. Finally, O noble Yudhishthira, he who hears or reads this glorification of the sacred Varutini Ekadashi obtains the merit earned by donating 1,000 cows in charity, and at last he returns home to the supreme abode of Lord Vishnu in the Vaikunthas. Varutini Ekadashi ki jai. So, Hare Krishna. If anyone have any questions, comments, realizations? Thank you, Prabhu. Granthraj Shrimadbhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Varutini Ekadashi ki jai. Hare Krishna.